Vanakkam, Namaskara, Namaskaram. Good afternoon. A big welcome to So South here on India Today, your daily dose of the southern news of every day. In fact, all of us were in Delhi in the Noida studio discussing the permutation combination of the Tamil Nadu and the Kerala election, and today we are back in the ground, our ears to the ground as to what's happening today as well. Joining me today is Sagai Raj from Belgaum, Abdul Bashir from Hyderabad, Apurva Jayachandran from Vijayawada, Pramod and Anaga both joining us from Chennai as well. First up to you, Pramod, what's the headline for the day? You have come back from Delhi. What are you bringing us today?
So yes, Nagarjuna, it sure was a very interesting conversation we had in the Democratic newsroom, and for the next session for it, we need to gather more information, and that is why I'm back in Tamil Nadu. And for the day, considering elections are up, we have a major protest that was led by PMK, and I'll give you more information on that, Nagarjuna.
Anaga Keshav, what are you bringing us to? What's the headline from Chennai? Sagai Raj, you are joining us from Belgaum. What's the headline from Belgaum for the day?
The Congress protested today against national case as well as renaming Manrega. And second story comes from Bengaluru, where the IT department has raided the restaurant of Shilpa Shetty.
Thank you, Sagai. Shibi Mol, what is the story for the day from Kerala?
Well, Naga, it's another round of Kerala government versus centre, as the Kerala government has now openly challenged the centre after the censor board has denied permission to screen around 19 films at the International Film Festival of Kerala, a very, very important event that happens in December in the state of Kerala. So we'll tell you in detail what exactly are the details behind this issue that's going on in Kerala.
Abdul Bashir, a day after the Sydney shooting which had the relation to back in Hyderabad, what is the story for the day, and are you bringing some exclusive content on the same?
Well, what we are learning is that the family is not here in the relatives of Sajid Akram, who was the main accused in the Bondi Beach attack. But what we have is a crucial development in Telangana politics, where the speaker is set to decide on 5 MLAs who have defected from the BRS party to Congress. So, details ahead in this bulletin.
And finally, we move to Andhra Pradesh. And Apurva Jayachandran, what is the story from Andhra Pradesh?
Well, on ground, it looks like, there is picking up heating in Andhra Pradesh, as Deputy Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Pawan Kalyan, has issued a strict warning, against threatening statements against cops. Remember, earlier on, we saw Jagan Mohan Reddy also talking about issuing warning. But let's listen to more on this at the bulletin, Naga.
In fact, it's going to be a power-packed bulletin from the south for the next 30 minutes. But first up, let's begin the bulletin with Karnataka stories. Breaking news coming in, the Income Tax Department has conducted a raid at Bastion pub owned by actor Shilpa Shetty near the 3rd Street in Bengaluru city. Bastion, known as one of the city's most expensive and high-profile pub, was inspected by the IT officials as a part of the ongoing operations, and further details are awaited is what we are told. This is just an hour back the IT officials have raided Bastion pub, which is in the heart of the city, and this is partially owned by actor Shilpa Shetty. She's an investor in this high-end pub called Bastion Hospitality, which is in 3rd Street or in St. Mark's Road in Bengaluru. Joining me live on this is Sagai Raj. Sagai, what are we picking up from the IT raids in Bengaluru that they have, as of now, searching the premises of the Bastion pub?
Now, as we rightly point out, it is one of those high-profile and expensive restaurants, and of late there were many high-profile guests who have visited the restaurants, and the videos and photographs of them have gone viral. And of late, if you notice, there was allegations that there was a scuffle inside the restaurant, and subsequently there is a IT inspection, or rather a IT raid, which is happening at the restaurant as we speak now, and they are inspecting all the documents and other things. And remember, it's not only in Bengaluru. Even what we get to learn through our sources is that there are also raids which is happening even in Mumbai.
Requesting you to stay on with me, and let's move on to the next story from the same issue as well. There seems to be no end for the trouble for actor Shilpa Shetty after a fraud case being registered in Mumbai. Now Bengaluru Police have registered cases against two pubs, including Bastion Garden City, co-owned by actor Shilpa Shetty, for allegedly operating beyond the permitted hours or the permissible business hours. The Bastion pub was founded by Bastion Hospitality, an organization owned by businessman Rajit Bindra, and Shetty also invested in the pub in 2019, acquired 50% stake. The action followed after the viral CCTV footage showing late night scuffle at Bastion pub recently around 1:30 a.m. on December 11th. In another incident, Mumbai police also have filed a fraud and fakery case against Raj Kundra and Shilpa Shetty. They have been booked, the couple, in a 60 crore fraud case. Meanwhile, Shilpa Shetty has dismissed the allegations, calling them baseless and motivated. She added that the quashing of the petition has already been challenged before the High Court, and the pending adjournment is pending, is what Shilpa Shetty has said. Now listen into what my colleague Pranjali Sethi had caught up with Raj Kundra, who spoke exclusively on the 60 crore scam. Listen in.
हम भी सोशल मीडिया यूज़ करते हैं, आप भी करते हैं, एंड कॉन्ट्रोवर्सीज आर नो पास्ट फॉर अस. हम भी बहुत ट्रोल होते हैं, बट वी नीड टू टैकल इट. एंड इन द रीसेंट केस, द चीटिंग केस अगेंस्ट यू एंड शिल्पा शेट्टी. सो अबाउट दैट.
I think let's just wait and watch, because that's life for you, and we've not said anything about it because we know we've done no wrong. So apne aap right comes out, truth comes out. So watch this space. Mere Rabdi, kadi life kadi galt na kitta na karange.
And moving on, after relief for Gandhis in the National Herald case, now Congress has upped the ante against the centre and hurled vendetta charges against the Modi government. Congress MP staged protest at the Makhardwar of the Parliament after the Delhi court order. Not just in the national capital, but Karnataka Congress leaders also staged a protest near the Gandhi statue in the Suvarna Sauda in Belgaum, the northern part of Karnataka, against the central government over the National Herald case. Congress called the order, saying that the truth had prevailed. The party added that the politically motivated and prosecution over the past decade was fully exposed, and that all the allegations of money laundering, proceeds of crime and property transfer were baseless. The BJP, however, calls this a temporary relief for the Gandhis and the Congress party, and claimed that the final verdict would be against the Gandhis themselves and the top family of the Congress party. Listening to the voices on the story.
This is a basic common sense. Gandhi family contributed their entire property from the days of Motilal Nehru, all the property to the government. They doesn't have any assets. This National Herald was a Congress property asset. They were the president of the Congress party at the national level. So today, I think BJP, they wanted to keep us busy. They wanted to file false cases. Money laundering case. What money laundering? Whether they have found cash, whether they have found anything, what was there? There is no money laundering. So they have filed a money laundering case with some political opponent taking the complaint, Mr. Subramanian Swamy. So ultimately the court had a deliberate discussion. They said, who is Subramanian Swamy to file a case? He doesn't have the local standing. So ultimately they have squashed it. Today, a justice has been prevailed.
ये लोग आज मनी लैंडिंग, सीबीआई ऐसे एजेंसीज को उपयोग करके हमारे कांग्रेस नेताओं को बदनाम कर रहे हैं. खासकर गांधी फैमिली को उन्होंने सताने के लिए ही ये केस डाला है. नहीं तो इसमें कुछ नहीं है, और कोई एफआईआर नहीं है. कोई प्राइवेट पर्सन एफआईआर डालता है, उसके ऊपर एक कार्रवाई करते हैं. और आज इस दृष्टि से कहा जाएगा कि जो चीज में कोई दम नहीं है, उसमें दम भरने की कोशिश करके हर एक को हरासमेंट कर रहे हैं. 2021 में ईडी ने
2021 और 2025 के बीच में राहुल गांधी जी को लगभग 50 घंटे बुला के तहकीकात की, इंटरोगेट किया। 50 घंटे कितने होते हैं? खड़गे साहब को 5-6 घंटे, सोनिया जी को 7-8 घंटे, अलग अलग तिथियों पे। अचानक 30 जून 2021 को एफआईआर लॉन्च होती है, एक सलाह ली जाती है और अचानक जो 7 साल से संयुक्त सहमति थी कि नहीं होनी चाहिए वो एफआईआर होती है। अगर ये राजनीतिक द्वेष नहीं तो क्या है? ये एजेंसीज के दुरुपयोग का सबसे ज्यादा प्रत्यक्ष प्रमाण है।
No, there will be a natural protest. Because there is no need of an official call. Our workers are totally agitated on this issue for the last so many years. Now, truth has come out. Certainly, we will take it up to the streets.
After the Delhi court refused to take cognizance of ED charge sheet in National Herald case, today the Congress MPs along with a few other MPs of India bloc are right now protesting right in front of Makardwar. Right behind me you can see as to how the MPs are now protesting and KC Venugopal is leading that entire protest. The posters which the Congress MPs are holding reads Satyame Vijayate, truth prevails, and interestingly Shashi Tharoor, Congress MP who was so far was maintaining distance from the Congress party's meetings and political affairs has also joined this protest. So on the issue of National Herald, today the Congress MPs along with few other India bloc MPs are protesting at Makardwar and they are demanding that the Modi government should resign, the leaders of BJP should resign for propagating lies as far as this entire case of National Herald is concerned. Remember that today a press conference was also done by Nagarjun, and following which we are now seeing how the Congress party leaders are protesting right in front of Makardwar on this entire matter. Piyush Mishra in Delhi for Near Today.
And breaking news coming in that during the special drive being conducted in the last 36 hours, 6 mobile phones and 4 knives has been seized by the Parappana Agrahara Bangalore prison. 9 phones and 11 SIM cards at the Mysore prison. 4 phones and 366 gram of marijuana thrown from the outside into the prison at the Belagavi prison has been seized. 4 phones from the Mangalore prison and 1 phone from the Vijaypura prison. All this has been taken up by the prison department and a raid or search has been conducted. Not just the phones, weapons, knives, SIM card charges, but this time narcotic substances like marijuana have been found in the prison premises as well, and that too being thrown from the outside premises into the prison compound, which means that there has been a nexus between the officials and the prisoners. The new DG has raided all such places and has confiscated mobile phones, charges and narcotics. Sagai Raj is joining me for more on this. Sagai, this is an ongoing saga in the prison premises of Bengaluru, Mysore, Belagavi, Vijaypura. Right now, we have been seeing over the last 1 week, we have reported instances of how even terror accused have access to the phones. What are you picking up in terms of the new raid?
So if you notice that after India Today exposed that all kind of malpractice and illegal activities inside the prison, the government has woken up and now the new DG has been appointed and he has conducted raids across the state, and it was in a raid happened in Parappanagarara, Mangalore, Belagavi and a few other prisons, and they have found out close to 6 mobile phones and 4 knives seized at Bengaluru Parappanagarara prison, and 9 phones and 11 SIM cards at Mysore, and 4 phones and the 366 grams of marijuana at Belagavi, and 4 phones from Mangalore and 1 phone from Vijaypura prison was seized by now by the police.
Thank you, Sagai. And this seems to be an ongoing search raid that is happening in the prison premises, and hopefully that the officials will fine-tune and tighten all the loopholes within the prison premises. And these were the stories from Karnataka. Now we'll move on to the neighbouring state of Kerala, and Shibi Mool will take it from here.
Thank you, Nagarjun. Well, it's Kerala government versus centre once again, as the Kerala government has now openly challenged the central government after the after around 19 films were denied permission to be screened at the International Film Festival of Kerala 2025. Now, what happened exactly was 19 films were not given permission by the censor board to be screened at the 30th edition of the International Film Festival of Kerala that's currently underway in Trivandrum. Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, despite not getting permission from the censor board, has now said that all those 19 films will be screened at the IFFK. The Minister for Cultural Affairs, Sajid Akram, has directed the Kerala State Chalchitra Academy to go ahead and screen these films, as in the last few days we saw the IFFK being disrupted due to the cancellation of these films. Now, usually what happens is during film festivals, films without the CBFC certificate are granted an exemption certificate to be screened at the film festival. But this time, around 19 films were not granted that permission. Now, what they're saying is that these are films based on Palestine and political films, including films like Santosh, and that could be the reason that censor board has denied permission, is what the Kerala government here says. And they've also said that this is the central government purposely doing it to suppress certain voices. Now, in the last few days, the IFFK witnessed major protests taking place, with the CPIM activists and delegates also raising protests, saying that the IFFK in the last 30 years has been disrupted for the very first time. Listen to the reaction.
എഡിഷൻ ഇല്ലാത്ത ഒരു പ്രശ്നമാണ് 30 എഡിഷൻ. ഇത് വളരെ ബോധപൂർവമായി കേന്ദ്ര ഗവൺമെന്റിന്റെ അറിവോടും സമൂഹത്തോടും കൂടി ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു കാര്യമാണ് ഞാൻ കരുതുന്നത്. ആദ്യം തന്നെ എല്ലാ സിനിമയുടെ അനുമതി നിഷേധിച്ചു. പിന്നെ നമ്മൾ അനുമതി നിഷേധിച്ചതിന്റെ കാരണങ്ങളെല്ലാം മനസ്സിലാക്കി അതിന്റെ ആവശ്യകത വിശദീകരിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മൾ വിശദമായ മറുപടി കൊടുത്തപ്പോൾ 154 സിനിമയ്ക്ക് അനുവാദം. വീണ്ടും നമ്മൾ വിശദമായ സിനോപ്സിസ്, സിനിമകളുടെ മികവ്, പങ്കെടുത്ത ചലച്ചിത്രമേളകൾ, ലഭിച്ച അവാർഡുകൾ, ഇതെല്ലാം വ്യക്തമാക്കിക്കൊണ്ടുള്ള ഒരു വിശദമായ മറുപടി വീണ്ടും കൊടുത്തപ്പോൾ 14 സിനിമയ്ക്ക് വീണ്ടും അംഗീകാരം ലഭിച്ചു. ഇനി 19 സിനിമയ്ക്കാണ് അംഗീകാരം ലഭിക്കാറുള്ളത്. ഈ കഴിഞ്ഞ 2 ദിവസങ്ങളിലായിട്ട് 7 സിനിമകൾ നമുക്ക് അതിന്റെ ഭാഗമായി നമുക്ക് പ്രദർശിപ്പിക്കാം.
Well, that's all we have from the Kerala segment. Over to my colleague Apurva Jayachandran, who will bring you all the stories that's making headlines in the state of Andhra Pradesh.
Well, thank you, Shivi. In fact, from the state of Andhra Pradesh, there's a storm brewing over the comments that have been made by the former Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy on his strong warning to police officials. Remember, in the recent past, Jagan Mohan Reddy had issued strong warning against police officials, saying that once the YSRCP comes back to power, they will teach them a lesson. Taking strong opposition to the statements made, Andhra Pradesh Deputy Chief Minister Pawan Kalyan has issued a strong statement yesterday, wherein he said no politician nor any official will have the right to threaten police officials, however they rank in seniority, and that the NDA-led government by Nara Chandrababu Naidu will not stand by these kind of political statements, and that action will be taken against political leaders and authorities should they threaten police officials on duty. Listening to what the Deputy Chief Minister Pawan Kalyan said.
గౌరవ మాజీ ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారు పోలీసు ఉన్నతాధికారులకు సైతం నేరుగా హెచ్చరికలు జారీ చేస్తా ఉన్నారు. మేము భవిష్యత్తులో వస్తాం, మేము చేస్తామంటే అంటే ఏ స్థాయికి వెళ్ళిపోయారో చూడండి. ప్రభుత్వ పోలీసు ఉన్నతాధికారులను కూడా బెదిరించే స్థాయికి వెళ్ళిపోయారు. ఇలాంటి మారాలి ఉండాలి అంటే మేమందరం చాలా గట్టిగా ఉన్నాం. అదే స్థానంలో మీ మద్దతు సంపూర్ణంగా కోరుకుంటున్నాం. ఏ అధికారి కూడా, ఏ రాజకీయ నాయకుడు కూడా పోలీస్ అధికారులు కానీ ఒక పోలీస్ కానిస్టేబుల్ దగ్గర నుంచి ఉన్నత పోలీస్ అధికారి వరకు బెదిరిస్తే ఉపేక్షించదు. నారా చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారి నాయకత్వంలోని కూటమి ప్రభుత్వం చాలా చాలా బలంగా తీసుకుంటాం. దీన్ని బలహీనంగా తీసుకుంటాం మేము. అంటే ప్రతి స్టేట్మెంట్ చాలా ఇట్ విల్ బి కీన్లీ అబ్జర్వ్డ్.
Well, now you see the Deputy Chief Minister there, Pawan Kalyan, issuing a strong warning, saying that each and every one of these statements that have been made will be observed keenly, and that it will be a warning to those who attempt to threaten officers on duty. let's go back and listen to what the former Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister and YSRCP Chief Jagannath Reddy had said earlier on in his statements against the police officials.
ఎల్లకాలం వీళ్ళ ప్రభుత్వం ఉండదు, జమిలీ గిమిలీ అని అంటున్నారు. అధికారం కూడా తొందరగా కూడా పోవచ్చు, లేకపోయినా ఉండేది ఇక 4 ఏళ్ళే. దాని తర్వాత మళ్ళీ మా ప్రభుత్వం వస్తుంది. మీరు చేసిన ఇల్లీగల్ యాక్టివిటీస్ని దగ్గరుండి బయటకు తీస్తాం. ఏదో రిటైర్డ్ అయిపోయి వెళ్ళిపోతారనుకుంటున్నారేమో, రిటైర్డ్ అయిపోయినా పిలిపిస్తాం. లేకపోతే తిరుపతిలో ఆయన సుబ్బరాయుడు ఉన్నాడు, చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు తెలంగాణ నుంచి తెచ్చుకున్నాడు డెప్యుటేషన్ మీద. ఆయన ఏదో డెప్యుటేషన్కి మళ్ళీ తెలంగాణ వెళ్ళిపోతాను అనుకుంటున్నాడేమో, తెలంగాణ నుంచి మళ్ళీ పిలిపిస్తాం. 7 సముద్రాల అవతలున్నా కూడా పిలిపిస్తాం. ప్రతి పోలీస్ ఆఫీసర్కి చెప్తా ఉన్నాం, చూస్తూ ఊరుకోం.
Well, that's all. Politics will continue on in the state of Andhra Pradesh, but let's focus on the politics in the election-bound state of Tamil Nadu. My colleague Pramod Madhav gets you the latest.
Thank you, Apurva Jayachandran. And exactly just like you mentioned, we have another 3 months probably for the elections. And for the day, it is Patali Makal Kachi and the President, Anbumani Ramadoss, who has led a massive protest in the city of Chennai demanding caste survey. The biggest issue PMK has been highlighting for quite some time right now is that Tamil Nadu needs to conduct a caste survey, claiming that the previous data is almost 95 years old. And in the state of Tamil Nadu alone, there is 69% of reservation, and to protect it from any kind of legal issue, we need this caste survey, for which a massive protest was held here. And here's what Anbumani Ramadoss had to say.
This is the requirement of today, and this is a social justice issue. The DMK is denying doing a caste-based survey, saying that we don't have any rights. But on the contrary, in Karnataka, Telangana, Andhra, Bihar, Jharkhand, Orissa, they have done it based on Indian Statistical Act 2008. We are asking the Tamil Nadu government to do the same. There are 2 main issues for which a caste-based survey needs to be done. Tamil Nadu is the only state which has got 69% reservation, and this reservation has been contested in the Supreme Court. We are asking the Tamil Nadu government repeatedly. This is not just a one-off protest. Last 5 years we've been doing a lot of protests, but Tamil Nadu government, especially Mr. Stalin, is afraid to take this.
Why do you think so?
You should ask the question to him. He thinks this is something political. This is non-political. When every other state is doing it, why can't Tamil Nadu, supposed to be a base of social justice? He's not doing it because he's afraid to do it, and he says that there is no law and act and all that, which is completely untrue. He is lying inside the assembly and outside the assembly.
My colleague Anaga Keshav is live with us. Thank you for joining us. Anaga, this issue of the caste survey, how important is it for the state of Tamil Nadu, and how is it going to reflect when it comes to 2026 elections?
Well, in fact, caste survey, be it done in any state, be it Tamil Nadu or in Karnataka, it's a very, very sensitive issue that directly involves the future of a lot of caste and communities. And that could be one reason why the state government in Tamil Nadu is a bit hesitant to carry on the caste survey. In fact, like Anbumani Ramadoss mentioned in your interview that, it was done 90 years back. It is very crucial that it has to be done now because the reservation percentage in Tamil Nadu stands at 69%. And therefore, there has to be a caste survey done immediately, is what all the opposition parties believe. But here, in almost every other state, Pramod, caste survey is one such very, very, very sensitive issue. Remember what happened in Karnataka. Likewise, given the fact that Tamil Nadu is also an election-bound state, that could be a make or break factor. And the Tamil Nadu government that's led by DMK wouldn't want to tread in those very choppy, sensitive waters. So that could be the main reason why the caste survey is still getting delayed in Tamil Nadu.
Sure, Anaga, please do stay with us as we have a breaking right now. Well, Manrega, the name change into G Ramji is resonating very bigly in the state of Tamil Nadu. In fact, on one side, the Chief Minister M.K. Stalin is using this particular issue even to attack the opposition leader, claiming will he still be silent just the way he was during the farm law and such. And he claims that Manrega's name is being changed, Mahatma Gandhi's name has been removed, and he claims that right now, even though with this new particular scheme, the control is with the union government, but the state has to provide 40% allocation, which is going to actually cause a major burden. Now, also, my colleague Nagarjun had an exclusive conversation with the State Finance Minister Thangam Tennarasu, who has also equally slammed this particular name change. Here's the conversation.
It is not at all required. That is what our MPs are speaking today in the Parliament. It is not at all required. See, there have been very good schemes. You are now giving a lot of names to these existing schemes, which no one would even understand, the people of Tamil Nadu especially. Then there was a scheme in the name of the Bapuji, and why should we change it now? For what joy?
This is a serious matter when it comes to the state of Tamil Nadu, as DMK is now claiming that this will only cause more burden for the state, as more money is going to be allocated for this Manrega and the new claim called as G Ramji. And also a bigger issue here is that the TMK government claims that the scheme was used to actually eradicate poverty, but now they are going to be limping in because they have also to shell in more money on this matter. And the biggest question is the removal of Mahatma Gandhi's name. That is also being questioned over here. But the Chief Minister, what he's trying to do is that he is using this issue to question the opposition leader, claiming will he be silent as his party holds the name of Annadurai, who fought against Hindi, and he says the present name is actually a tongue twister which will hurt your mouth, but still, are you going to support it? Are you going to be quiet? This is a question the Chief Minister is putting forward to the opposition leader. And for more stories from the state of Telangana, let's go to Abdul Bashir.
Ready. In a crucial development in Telangana's politics, today the Speaker of Telangana State is set to decide on 5 MLAs' defection. Now, this was a war between the BRS and the Congress for the past many months, where these 5 MLAs who have claimed to have joined the Congress and then later stated that they are not in the Congress party. So all this controversy that was going on, today is the day where an end will put to all this controversy. The Speaker is set to take decision on 5 MLAs. One is Venkatarao Tellam from Bhadrachalam, P. Prakash Gaud from Rajendra Nagar constituency. We have Bandla Krishna Mohan Reddy and other MLAs, the 5 MLAs including Arkapudi Gandhi, is where the the Speaker is set to give a verdict at 3:30 as to where these defections valid or invalid. Now, this is said to be a big war between the BRS and the Congress, where the BRS had been fighting that these MLAs must be disqualified. The petitions were filed, and today the Speaker is set to take a decision on these 5 MLAs. Now, this verdict is set to either put an end to defections or open a new chapter in the Telangana politics, where a fresh flow of MLAs will be seen on both the sides, is what we are learning. Now, sources say there are other MLAs in line after this verdict. If the verdict says that this qualification is taking place, then there are other MLAs who are set to join the Congress party. If there is no disqualification, then there is an end to the reinforcing charge of engineered defection that has been put by the BRS party on the Congress. We have another story that is coming in, a Sydney shooter. Well, in a major development in the Sydney, the Bondi Beach attack that has taken place, where attacker Sajid Akram now has roots to Hyderabad. Well, he was born and brought up in Hyderabad in 1998. After completing his BCom, that is the Bachelor's in Commerce, he has left Hyderabad and to Australia, where he settled down there, married a Christian woman, an European national is what is being said, has a son and a daughter. Son, who is the second attacker, Naveed Akram, who is there in this particular attack. Now, what we are learning is that he was here in Hyderabad holding an Indian passport, where he stayed in Tolichowki area. Most of his life is spent in Tolichowki and the old city, is what we are learning. In 1988 November, he's left to Australia, where after his studies in the search of employment, and he stayed back there. He's traveled to Hyderabad nearly 6 times is what the authorities have to say. Last visit was in 2022, where now the family claims that there is no link of radicalization or to the family or to Sajid Akram after he's left India. And he's only traveled back just for the property disputes, as the family has to say. They have no understanding about how the family got radicalized. And the investigation is right now ongoing in Australia, and the Telangana government and the Telangana Police has clarified that they are going to cooperate fully in this particular investigation. Let's listen in to this report.
2 days after the bloodbath at the Bondi Beach, Sydney still shell-shocked. And now, more revelations are emerging about the monsters who turned Hanukkah celebrations into a horror show. It was 2 armed attackers, a father and son duo, who opened fire on civilians, killing 15 revelers in a brazen terror attack. They were shot at by police soon after. While 50-year-old Sajid Akram was killed on the spot, 24-year-old Naveed Akram remains in hospital but has emerged from his coma. Investigation has revealed that Sajid Akram is originally from India's Hyderabad. Hyderabad police have confirmed that the shooting suspect had limited contact with family in India, and his family has no knowledge of his radical mindset. According to police, the factors that led to radicalization of Sajid Akram and his son have no link to India or any local influence. India Today visited the house of Sajid's relatives in Hyderabad and found the residence locked.
It is reported that 27 years ago, after completing his BCom, he had left Hyderabad to Australia, where he settled down and married a European national. And then it is reported that 6 times he has traveled to Hyderabad or India, reportedly for the property disputes that have taken place. And it is also said that he did not turn back for his father's demise or final rituals that have taken place.
As Australian authorities investigate the brutal attack, they have found that the duo was motivated by Islamic State ideology. Police have found that the vehicle registered under Naveed Akram's name not only contained explosive devices but also 2 homemade flags associated with ISIS.
It would appear that there is evidence that this was inspired by a terrorist organisation, by ISIS. Now, some of the evidence which is being procured, including the presence of Islamic State flags in the vehicle that has been seized, are a part of that radical perversion of Islam is absolutely a problem. It is something that has been identified globally as a problem as well. ISIS is created by an evil ideology that has been called out not just by the Australian government but globally as well.
Probe has revealed that just a month before carrying out the terror attack, the father-son duo took a trip to an island in the Philippines known for Islamist insurgency. Reports say they travelled to receive military-style training, but Australian officials say the purpose of the trip is under investigation.
There has been reports in the news about our 2 offenders travelling to the Philippines last month. I can confirm that they did travel to the Philippines. The reasons why they went to the Philippines and the purpose of that and where they went when they were there is under investigation at the moment.
Australia's worst mass shooting in nearly 30 years has shaken the nation and the world to its core. A moment of faith and festivity turned into chaos and bloodshed, leaving victims that include a 10-year-old girl, a retired police officer, and a Holocaust survivor. With Abdul Bashir, Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, that is all we have from the state of Telangana. Over to you, Nagarjun.
Thank you, Abdul. With that, it's a wrap on today's episode of So South. We'll see you once again at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Thanking Sagai, Abdul, Apurva, Pramod, and Anaga and Shibi for bringing us all the stories from the South. Keep watching India Today.